Roy Wood Jr. is there right now, live at Rickwood Field. Of course, he is a comedian. He is a producer. Yeah. He is an Alabama native, and we're happy to have him on the show today. And Roy, welcome. It's great to talk to you. I mean, this is something so special. I'm so envious. I wish I was there. But tell me what the feeling is like. I mean, the atmosphere right now, and as you get ready for this game tonight.
I think it's been electric so far. You know, there was a wonderful Barron's Biscuits Negro League throwback game on Tuesday. Wednesday, we had the celebrity softball game. I went 0 for 1 with an error. We're not going to talk about that right now. What we're going to talk about is tonight. It's going to be an opportunity to not only honor Willie Mays and all of the Negro League legends that have unfortunately passed away, but the living legends that are still with us here, and have an opportunity to tell them thank you and give them just nothing but love and shower them with appreciation, and then get out here and play some good baseball. It's the weather's going to hold up today as well. So, you know, it's been weird for me processing this, one, as a baseball fan, but two, as an Alabama native. Like right here, this dugout is where I used to ride the bench. I played high school here. 3 years in a row, I sat right here watching people better than me play baseball. But it's been awesome to just see not only the fan experience within the stadium, but outside the stadium. There's Negro League artifacts. There's a refurbished bus that the Birmingham Black Barons used to ride for all of their road games in the 50s and 60s. It's just been an education. There's been music. There's been great food. And I think we are here and ready to celebrate, you know, and between the tiers, definitely, you know, trying to have a good time.
And you started a podcast called Road to Rickwood, Roy, where you had an opportunity to talk to a lot of the Negro Leaguers. What did you learn from that experience, and just talking with these men that actually, you know, paved the way and did the daily things that they had to do?
So it's wild growing up 3 miles from this field and then getting a history lesson while we're doing this Road to Rickwood podcast. And we didn't want to make it long. We just did 4 episodes, but we crammed in over 100 years of history into those episodes. And to be able to sit with retired Negro Leaguers like Al Holt, and they're telling us a million stories. The original dimensions at Rickwood, it's 480 straight away, 400 down the line, insano. And apparently people were just jacking balls 500 feet back in the 1940s like it was no thing. And this is before, like, trainers and muscle milk. Like, it's just brute strength. So, you know, we're talking about a ballpark where 1/3 of all Major League Hall of Famers have taken the field. So the number of names that have come through here, you know, both past and present, it's innumerable. They told me stories about Satchel Paige going up against a then 17-year-old Willie Mays, who started his professional career here in Birmingham with the Black Barons. And these men are living, they're just living pieces of history. And it was just amazing to be able to sit down with them and not only find out about their time in the Negro Leagues, but how baseball was a tool for unification in the South during the 1960s.
What do you think it's going to be like tonight, Roy? Obviously, with the passing of Willie Mays, a place that he started his career, and knowing that it's kind of come full circle. Obviously, we want to honor him, but there's going to be a little sadness, I would imagine, as well.
I think there's definitely going to be a great deal of sadness. I think, though, the greatest way we can honor Willie Mays is by being together with one another and enjoying the game of baseball, which he loved and he shared with so many people. Tuesday night, when I was on with Rich and CY for the Barron's Biscuits game, when they made the announcement to the crowd, there were people visibly crying. You know, there was almost a 2-minute round of applause for Willie Mays during the game. But if you really started looking at people in the crowd, they were crying. But what you also noticed was strangers hugging and strangers being there for one another. And I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight. And I think we're going to lift up Mr. Mays. I know Alabama is going to give him nothing but love and exalt him. And I think on the other side of everything that we do to remember him to start the game, I really think we're going to get a good game of baseball tonight that will be one to remember forever.
No question about it. Such a legend, Willie Mays, passing away at 93. Now, you are a Birmingham, Alabama native. You had a bit of a stint in Memphis, but you're a lifelong Cub fan. Explain that to me, please.
Yeah. Well, you know what happened? So my dad had a radio show at WVON in Chicago in the 60s, And my father used to do a weekly talk show with Ernie Banks. And so my father was kind of the political black news guy, and Ernie Banks was the guy coming in kind of giving the layman's side on everything that was happening in the world at the time. My dad and Ernie Banks became friends. When we moved to Birmingham, I could only watch the Cubs. That's what it was. And, you know, Alabama in the 80s, you only had two choices in baseball. You had Cubs, Braves. The superstations in the South, that's all you're getting. And my dad he came in one day and mumbled, "This is an Ernie Banks household." And the next year, Andre Dawson got NL MVP. And I go, you know what? I guess this is a Cubs household.
That is a great story. Now, in all of your conversations that you've had, not only in the podcast, but just on, just getting to this day to day, what's some of the most memorable stories that somebody told you, or perhaps a piece of history that you didn't know?
You know, there's so many things that just with Rickwood, I'll tell you two stories. One of the retired players was telling us stories about how literally Satchel Paige would just sit players down in the outfield because he was determined to strike out the side and would do it. Two, the other cool thing about this part, like going back to what I was talking about earlier about how Rickwood was this place of healing, the Black Barons back in the day outdrew the Barons. And so when the team was finally integrated in the 1960s, this field was the first integrated sporting event in the state of Alabama. This crowd was the first integrated crowd for any sporting event in the state of Alabama. And it happened on the same day. Ask me what the fan giveaway was on the first day of integrated sports in Alabama.
Ooh,
razor blades.
Oh, that's a great option.
Yeah, but it went off without a hitch, and, we've been cooking and changing ever since. To me, this game is important because it is about acknowledging what has happened, but also being able to do what you can to try and make change for the future. And I'm just happy that Major League Baseball is here in the state of Alabama and here in the city of Birmingham for an opportunity to not always have a conversation about the past horrors, but talk about, healing and figuring out a way forward.
Roy, I can't tell you enough how much we appreciate it. Enjoy this. It's a long time coming, and I can't wait to see the game tonight. Thanks for your time. Enjoy it. Appreciate you being here.
Absolutely. I'm going to go take this suit off now. It's 92 degrees.
I was wondering why you were wearing it. I said, well, you look good, but mercy, it's got to be hot. All right, Roy Wood Jr., we appreciate you very much.